Close your eyes and picture the scene. You wake up to the sound of your alarm, feeling groggy from yesterday's down the hatch party. Then you realize that your alarm wasn't just any alarm. It was to notify you that you're 1 hour late to your first class of the day. It's test day. Cause and effect. It is the relationship between two things when one thing makes something else happen. In other words, your actions have consequences later on in life. Or, cause is the why, and effect is the what happened. So, who made and where was the origin of cause and effect? How would you feel if I showed you a video of my super monkey? How powerful can words be? And would y'all believe if I said that water is wet? Cause. A person or thing that gives rise to an action, phenomenon, or condition. Effect. A change which is a result or consequence of an action or other cause. Put these two together, you have cause and effect. In other words, it's the what was the cause of the event, and how did it affect the person, place, or thing. Or in other words, from the textbook, the Norton Sampler 10th edition, a main cause has to be both necessary and sufficient to produce the effect in question. That is, it must be shown that 1. The alleged cause always accompanies the effect, and 2. That the alleged cause, and only the alleged cause, has the power to produce the effect. Some signal words can be used to identify the cause and effect in reading like so, then, because, since, thus, etc. Nobody knows who exactly came up with cause and effect. Some say Aristotle was the one who came up with it, since he was the first philosopher. Some people even say it was his apprentice, Plato, as he emphasized the casual importance of formal causes. Like I said, nobody really knows, except they know where and somewhere when. Greece, of around 300 BC. Cause and effect is applied everywhere in life, not just in reading. Allow me to give you some examples, although most refuse to hear these. Cause. COVID-19. Effect. In the US alone, 45.4 million cases and counting. 736,000 deaths and counting. Cause. An employee not showing up to their shift. Effect. They get canned. Cause. My super monkey petting a mini animal. Effect. Y'all will say "aww" and think it's cute. Cause. Smoking cigarettes daily. Effect. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, cancer, and lung disease. Cause. Donating blood. Effect. The blood you donated is now used for people during major surgeries, stronger antibodies against COVID or other diseases. Plus, you feel a lot better knowing you helped someone by donating blood to them. Hence what me and Professor Clark did in Sunday. Everywhere in life, there is a cause and effect, the what and how, no matter how big or small it is. Tim Wendell's King, Kennedy, and the Power of Words is a prime example, literally in the title, of how the power of words can change the effect of the people for the good or the evil. Allow me to read the passage. The night of April 4th, 1968, presidential candidate Robert Kennedy received the news that Martin Luther King Jr. had been assassinated. Kennedy was about to speak in Indianapolis, and some in his campaign wondered if they should go ahead with the rally. Moments before Kennedy climbed onto the flatbed to address the crowd, which had gathered in light rain, Press Secretary Frank Mankiewicz gave the candidate a sheet of paper with ideas of what he might say. Kennedy slid it into his pocket without looking at it. Another aide approached with more notes, and the candidate waved him away. "Do they know about Martin Luther King?" Kennedy asked those gathered on the platform. "No," came the reply. After asking the crowd to lower its campaign signs, Kennedy told his audience that King had been shot and killed earlier in Memphis. Gasps went up from the crowd, and for a moment, everything seemed ready to come apart. Indianapolis might have joined other cities across America that burned on that awful night. But then Kennedy, beginning in a trembling, halting voice, slowly brought the crowd back around and somehow held them together. Listening to the speech decades later is to be reminded of the real power of words, how they can heal, how they can still bring us together, but only if they are spoken with conviction and from the heart. Compare what we often hear from politicians today to what Kennedy said on that tragic night in Indianapolis. He told the crowd how he had a member of my family killed, a reference to his brother John, who had been assassinated less than 5 years before. Later on, Kennedy recited a poem by Aeschylus, which had been memorized long before that trying night in Indianapolis. Even in our sleep, pain which cannot forget, falls drop by upon the heart, until in our own despair, against our will, comes wisdom through the awful grace of God. Kennedy's heartfelt speech came only hours after King's last address, the night before the civil rights leader had reluctantly taken to the dais at the Mason Temple in Memphis. The weather that evening had been miserable, thunderstorms and tornado warnings. As a result, King arrived late and was just going to say a few words and then tell everyone to please go home. Visibly tired and with no notes in hand, King stumbled at first. The shutters hitting against the temple walls sounded like gunshots to him. So much so that King's friend, the Reverend Billy Kiles, found the custodian to stop the noise. Only then, at the crowd's urging, the words began to come together for King. "We've got some difficult days ahead," he said that night. "But it really doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop." King's closed by telling the crowd, "We as a people will get to the promised land, so I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man." Novelist Charles Baxter contends that the greatest influence on American writing and discourse in recent memory can be traced to the phrase, "mistakes were made." Of course, that's from Watergate and the shadowy intrigue inside the Nixon White House. In his essay, Burning Down the House, Baxter compares the quasi-confessional, passive voice mode sentence to what Robert E. Lee said after the Battle of Gettysburg and the disastrous decision of Pickett's charge. "All of this has been my fault," the Confederate general said. "I asked more of the men than should have been asked of them." In Lee's words, and those of King and Kennedy, we hear a refreshing candor and directness that we miss today. In 1968, people responded to what King and Kennedy told them. During that tumultuous 24 period in 1968, people cried aloud and chanted in Memphis. Words struck a chord in Indianapolis too. And decades later, former mayor and now U.S. Senator Richard Lugar told writer Thurston Clark that Kennedy's speech was a turning point for his city. After King's assassination, riots broke out in more than 100 U.S. cities, the worst destruction since the Civil War. But neither Memphis nor Indianapolis experienced that kind of damage. To this day, many believe that was due to the words spoken when so many were listening. Now, after reading the story, I saw lots of prime examples of cause and effect. For example, Kennedy's speech in Indianapolis. If it wasn't for that, there would have been another riot. to add to the many riots after King's assassination. And if it wasn't for King's speech as well, in Memphis could have been in ruins. Thought of by philosophers in the bygone era, used today in everyday life and in reading. From your favorite book, the story and choice-based video games, to you running late to your class. Cause and effect is just one in saying that your choices, no matter how small or large it is, they have consequences now or later on in your life. It's how we identify the why, what, and how of past, current, or future events. In other words, think before you act. Cause and effect. Chain of events. Petitio principi. Ripple effect. Thank y'all so much for watching. I had lots of fun editing this together. Inspired by Stuart Brown's editing, aka Ahoy. I totally recommend his videos. And until next time, adios.